It is the year 2011, and Sonic remains to be a highly influential character in the world of gaming. Having the fan base, community, and fandoms, Sonic remains strong, and so did his games that have been released ever since. At the time, a release of a new game was just around the corner, which is now known as the popular Sonic Generations. Now, covering Sonic isn't a new topic here, as I've covered another creepy Sonic secret a while ago, but today we'll be looking at something much newer, a classic, Sonic.EXE. Now here's the story. Two friends, Tom and Kyle, are massive Sonic fans. Now we don't know what they exactly look like, as this is just a story from the Creepypasta. But back to the story itself. Tom and Kyle were fans of Sonic the Hedgehog, always knowing everything about Sonic and playing all the games. There was one summer day, and Tom happened to be playing a game of Sonic Unleashed. He was playing for a while until he heard a knock on his door, which happened to be the mailman delivering. He found it strange that there would be a delivery on that specific day, but nonetheless, he paused the game that he was playing and headed towards the mail. When he went through his mail, he found a disc, specifically a CD that could be read by computers. The note reads, "I can't take it anymore. I had to get rid of this thing somehow before it was too late, and I was hoping you'd do it for me. I can't do it. He's after me. If you don't destroy this disc, he'll come after you too. He's too fast for me. Please, Tom, destroy this godforsaken disc before it comes after you too. It's too late for me. Destroy the disc, and you'll destroy him. But do it quick, otherwise he'll catch you. Don't even play the game. It's what he wants. Just destroy it. Please. Kyle." Now, of course, Tom didn't listen and decided to check the game out because he never thought that a simple disc could contain such curses. So he decided to open the CD case containing the cursed Sonic game. He booted up his computer and ran the disc, and the game at first sight looked like a regular and classic Sonic 1 game. The game he thought was never cursed. Now, the rest of the Creepypasta story contains details about the game found in the disc, which matches what is found in this actual Sonic.EXE game. So we will base this next part on the game. Well, for a split second, we see a disturbing image of the Sonic title screen. Then it is followed by a Sonic the Hedgehog 3 type menu. There are 3 data filed for each character. Suddenly, there's an evil and loud laugh after each selection. The laugh originated from the Giygas laugh from Final Fantasy VI. The background music happens to be taken from Caverns of Winters from Earthbound. Jumping forward, this game is released in early 2012. This means that the game itself was released 1 year after the original Creepypasta, making the game a reference to the Creepypasta story and debunks the idea of the game being real and original. After selecting Tails, we are brought to Hill Zone. We see the original design of Green Hill Zone as Tails walks through his stage. However, we see dead animals everywhere with blood all over the stage. Things start to get more intense from here. Then near the end of the stage, we see Tails leaving the scene of the level as he slowly approaches Sonic. Tails walks towards Sonic as static starts to intensify, signaling something bad is about to happen. A message reads, "Hello, do you want to play with me?" We are now at the hide-and-seek zone. We suddenly see Tails pointing away with a very distressed expression. The stage has a hellish background and is a reference to designs of Angel Island Zone. Then all of a sudden, Sonic comes out of nowhere with his laugh and distortion. He is seen chasing Tails, accompanied by the Sonic drowning sound effect. Tails cries as Sonic has caught him. Sonic teleports as an eerie-looking sprite. Sonic threatens to eat Tails, then brutally stabs him. The next message reads, "You're too slow. Want to try again?" Knuckles is next, as he is selected. The next zone is titled, "You Can't Run." We see Knuckles walking on what looks like a scrapped Brain Zone stage, as well as a bad-featured Stardust Speedway sky being in the background. As previously mentioned, this does indeed match what the Creepypasta says. Things intensify here as static comes again and again. Then there's a long sequence of static as Knuckles tries to walk away. Blood appears all of a sudden as Knuckles soon stops walking. I should note that the music in the background comes from the Giygas themes from Earthbound, of course. All of a sudden, Sonic spawns in front of Knuckles out of nowhere, followed by another sequence of static. This message straight up says, "Found you." We hear a sound from the final boss of Silent Hill as Knuckles is shown to desperately try and take down Sonic. Sonic stands in a prideful manner as his ghost-like figure relentlessly dodges Knuckles' attacks. Then Sonic has enough, makes Knuckles drop to the ground, and kills him. This message then appears. Read it for yourself. Now Tom wanted to take a nap due to how many things he had just witnessed. He couldn't stop thinking about the game. He fell asleep. He had a dream about being in the dark place where Knuckles had cried for him, as well as Tails himself, both crying to be saved by this cursed thing. The game had truly got to Tom, and things started getting worse from there. His dream was about to go to an end, until Sonic tried to chase Tom himself, come closer to him, tell him that he couldn't run away. As he approached him, suddenly came a flash of his face, big teeth and dark eyes, and that was the end of his nightmare. After waking up, Tom decided to boot up the game again and chose Eggman, aka Robotnik this time. Robotnik isn't shown being at distress or anything, but he is indeed put in a disturbing environment regardless. Another spawn by Sonic, and static comes yet again. This image comes again, marking the end of the three characters. Now the game will ask the name of the player if they're ready for another round, as it does for the case of Tom himself. The game over screen then comes showing Sonic putting his friends through hell. Also in other versions of the game, we see the bodies of Sonic's friends, referencing Doom's ending. The final screen of the game contains a sinister message in a disturbing fashion, accompanied by very creepy noise. This varies in the version, of course. Time went by around a few minutes or so of Tom trying to process what he had seen. He tried to delete the game off his PC, but that didn't work. No matter how many times he tried to get rid of the game, it simply would not work. Tom eventually gave up, and the game remained in his computer permanently. A voice comes up to Tom and tells him, "Try to keep this interesting for me, Tom." From behind him came a Sonic plush in his bed, and the story ends from there. Tom is never heard again. Oh no, it's solving time. Sonic.EXE is known to be a creepypasta, which seems fictional or fake and false. There's no actual report of something bad here. By definition, a creepypasta is a myth or legend found on the internet, which happens to be viral and scares a group of people. JC the Hyena was the original writer of Sonic.EXE, who happens to be somewhat known. And the creator of the game happens to be Mist Crimson, who made the game in 2012 and inspired more versions soon to come. Speaking of versions, different versions have been released, showing that this by the different end screens and content found in each of his games. The Ben Drown creepypasta has definitely inspired some of this, and he has played a small role in creepypasta, but there is much more sources that gave the much bigger game influence. More specifically, the creator explains how a Photoshop screen capture image of Sonic the Hedgehog has given inspiration for the story, as the features of this Sonic, such as its eyes, gave the writer a big idea. In the past couple years, Sonic.EXE has established a wide and diverse community. Different parodies of the original Sonic.EXE have been created, such as .EYX, and recreations of Sonic.EXE, along with mods. Even Friday Night Funkin' parodies of Sonic, which help boost its popularity and community, as well as satirically creations such as Sunky the Game, which is a very common and lighthearted parody. There's also another version that happens to be the sequel to Sunky, known as Silly.tiff, which is clearly inspired by Sonic.EXE as well. To give you a quick summary, Sonic.EXE happens to be a work of imagination that has had a lot of dedication put towards it. A community that revolves around this topic has been established over time. Honestly, there's nothing really serious or deep about this topic, as nothing really bad has happened. There's no hard feelings in this one. In the end, Sonic.EXE happens to be a great creation that has united people and formed a fan base, as well as combining communities and welcoming lots of different work and talented creators to come together. And with this, we can say that this mystery is solved. Nothing too deep happens here, and there's no obscurity at all whatsoever. Sonic.EXE happens to be a well-liked creepypasta at the end of the day. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, and hit the bell. More Unsolved videos coming soon. Peace.